Lighthouse Realty's Brian Kinard is back with me, and we have lots to talk about today, as always. For one thing, the numbers just came out, so we're going to give a little sneak peek of his market analysis. Yep. Tell us about it. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so the Hilton Head area realtors just released the market reports. I'm just getting a little peek at the numbers. Same thing we've been talking about on here for months. It seems like years now.
Yeah, I think it might have been years.
Prices are rising and inventory counts are falling. It's becoming drastic on the inventory count. We're down to about 422 homes at the end of the month for sale, 300 and some odd condos. So you're talking less than 1,000 properties on the island for sale, homes and condos.
Yeah.
Some commercial, everything else, but the two main things.
Yeah.
You're talking less than 1,000 properties available, which in turn is preventing us and hindering our ability to catch back up in the sales that we lost from the kind of the shutdown. Because if you don't have the inventory,
right,
you have nothing to sell, so you
right.
can't catch back up. But we're also just supply and demand, just putting that upward pressure on the pricing.
Right. But on the bright side of that, the market wants you to catch up. I mean, there are people that want to come here.
People want to be here, right?
And so it's, yeah.
So if you're an owner, you're sitting there looking and you're like, all right, my investment is rising. If you're a buyer, you might be saying, man, I don't have a lot to choose from. But then you're also sitting there thinking, man, this is a community that people believe in.
Yeah.
They buy it and they hold it and they're coming here and they're using and they're enjoying it and they're making those family memories and doing those things and that people dream of doing, basically.
Right. And something we've talked about before and started to talk a little bit about before we started filming even today was that people are really adjusting the way that they're thinking about what their life is going to look like, at least for the next couple years, or with not knowing what's going back on with school. And people are just saying, I want to go park somewhere where I want to be, and my kids can do school online, and I can work from home. And
I talk to people all over the country, every day.
Right.
And multiple people have been basically told, you're not coming back into the office for the next 12 months. Get ready, work from home.
Right.
Schools, they're offering choice and different things are happening. And I've got folks that I've sold second homes to in the past that are thinking about just basically unenrolling their kids from their local schools and bringing them here for the next year and doing online education.
Right.
Folks who were maybe empty nesting and kind of dual timing or doing a little bit more dual in the less dense areas like Hilton Head. So people are, very much adapting to what is a crisis and is definitely a down kind of time and trying to adapt to it and do the best they can with it.
Yeah. And we are in the middle of summer. We talked about that a little bit before we started too. So it's hot here. But that's okay because we can still do things like get out in the water and stuff like that. And I know you did a little bit of that because you do still have a captain's license.
Yes,
Tell us about your outside Hilton Head adventures.
So I've had a captain's license for almost 20 years now. 22. Oh my God, I'll be 42. By the time this airs, I'll be 42.
Please let's not talk about age. Okay, thank you. Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, but one of the things that drew me here originally was being on the water, and one of the things that drew Molly and I back was not only the fact that Molly grew up here, but was the ability to get back on the water. We were the quintessential people. We were living in downtown Houston with our good jobs,
right.
And we enjoyed going out to eat and the shopping and the restaurants, but we wanted to get back on the water.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, during the pandemic, I realized I get on the water a lot with the family, but getting on the water with people who aren't from here and just a couple hours a week, I do this and share my knowledge of the Lowcountry and see their excitement with it. It's a cool way to spend time outdoors, and it's not a bad way to meet some real estate clients too.
Exactly. So speaking of real estate clients, as we're beating a dead horse, but inventory.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to list, now's the time to do it. And how do they get to you if they want to list with you?
Yeah. Anybody wants to list with me, you can find me on all your online sources, Facebook, Instagram, briankinard.com. My cell phone number will be at the bottom of the screen here. And then one of the places to find me in person, maybe in our Harbortown office near the base of the Lighthouse, and then also our office over at the shops at Sea Pine Center.
Yeah, and those are great places to get your properties seen because everybody walks by them.
That's right. I'm going to say about 1.2 million people per annum go up or visit the Harbortown and that Lighthouse area. Right. I'd love to say we got all 1.2 million up into that real estate office, but quite a few of them do come through, and they are able to see our listings, our exclusive listings on display right there.
Absolutely. So thanks, Brian. It's always good to see you.
Thanks for having me.